Hey boys and girls, hello and welcome, it is Chaotic. We are going to be looking at the Shrine of Secrets from February the 6th up to February the 13th. So let's see what we have on offer this week. And your first perk is a killer perk by the Hag called Hex Ruin. Very popular. A hex that affects survivors' skills at repairing generators. At tier 1, 2 survivors are affected by the ruin, which cause the following. Every time a good skill check is hit, it'll be a 5% regression on a generator. The only way you won't have the 5% regression is to hit a great skill check. And even if you hit the great skill check, which is a very small area, you get a 0% bonus to progress. So every time you do a normal skill check and get it in the normal area, you'll actually lose 5%. This is why you see Hex Ruin in most builds. Very popular at all ranks. If you get Hex Ruin up to tier 3, it is actually all 4 survivors are affected. So every time you get a skill check pop up, unless you hit the very small area, you will lose 5%. And as you can imagine, this makes repairing a lot longer. At higher ranks, don't get me wrong, people can actually work through Ruin, but it's a good time waster. So that is 2,000 shards, Hex Ruin. Your first survivor perk is an Ace Visconti perk called Open Handed. Strengthens the potential of you and your team's aura reading abilities. At tier 1, it increases aura reading ranges by 4 meters. Not a massive deal, but if you get open handed up to tier 3, it actually increases aura reading ranges by 8 meters. This is any perk that has aura reading ranges, i.e., I'll give you an example, Bond. You can get an extra 8 meters at tier 3 on Bond. So, not an amazing perk, but if you're all running aura builds, it can really help just by having one person have an open-handed. And your second perk is called Quick and Quiet. It's a Meg Thomas perk, 2,000 shards. Actually a very underrated perk. You do not make as much noise as others when quickly vaulting over obstacles or hiding in lockers. The vault and hide actions, noise detection and audio range is reduced by 100%. So basically when you run and you go over a pallet or go through a window or go through a little jump area, where you normally make the explosion sound for the killer, you actually don't make any sound whatsoever. It's a silent, fast jump or fast exit or entrance into a locker. It will last, do it at tier 1 every 30 seconds. If you get Quick and Quiet at the tier 3, there's only a 20-second cooldown, so it's there's no exhaustion attached to Quick and Quiet. You can use it after 20 seconds if you get it to tier 3. And it's a good way of sneaking, going through areas fast without the killer getting a notification sound. And last but not least, it is a perk called Fanatic Phobia. It's by the nurse. It will cost you 2,000 shards. All survivors receive penalties to repair, healing and sabotage speed for each injured, dying or hooked survivor. It's not that great at tier 1. If you've got 1 injured, dying or hooked survivor, it's 4% reduced action speed in the things I named above. 2% is 2 injured, dying or hooked is 7%, 3 is 10% and 4 is 13%. If you get Fanatic Phobia up to tier 3, it's not a massive difference. It's 6%, 9%, 12% and 15%. I've always said Fanatic Phobia has the potential to be a very good perk at slowing the game down. It's highly unlikely you're going to have 3 or 4 people either injured or hooked. If you have, then you're in a very strong position anyway. I think for Fanatic Phobia could do with a very small buff. Whether we'll see the buff, I do not know. So, quick recap, we have Hex Ruin, Open Handed, Quick and Quiet, and Fanatic Phobia. What would be my recommendations? Definitely Hex Ruin, out of the 2 killer perks. Hex Ruin is very strong. If you haven't got Hex Ruin, I would 100% say get it, so there's a chance of it shown in your blood web. And out of the 2 survivor perks, out of the 2, definitely Quick and Quiet. Open Handed, like I said, can be situational, can be good, but Quick and Quiet, especially with Sprint Burst Leaf, getting you through vaults without making a sound, can be deadly. So there we have it, guys, for February the 6th till February the 13th. It's a bit of a better week than last week, I would say. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you soon. This is Chaotic bidding you farewell, guys. Catch you very soon.